Car insurance isn't cheap, so whether it's a small ding or a bigger prang, we expect insurers to take the hassle out of getting our car fixed. But what happens when their recommended repairer returns your vehicle with more problems than it started with?
You just trust these people. Like, I assumed they had best intentions for me.
This car should have been a simple fix.
It should have been, but the repairer hasn't replaced the structural part and it's still damaged.
From forgotten parts to completely new damage.
So you were missing, the whole front safety barrier, weren't you?
Yes, the safety bar in the front, plus the components behind it, and some uprights also that keep the vehicle square.
These are the horror stories of insurance repairs gone horribly wrong.
It's atrocious. They're looking after the shareholders, customers come second.
Tonight, the broken cars, dodgy repairs and shattered customers.
It's been back-to-back headaches for 3 months.
Netta Peary had to make a rather unusual insurance claim after she walked out of her home to find her car had been sprayed with acid. While she still has no idea what happened, she expected to be covered by insurance for something that wasn't her fault.
You could physically see it melting away at my car, and I'd never seen anything like that before.
Netta filmed this video as police and fire crews rushed to the scene.
Oh my God. I was under the impression after seeing my car and the condition it was in, I thought it was going to be written off.
She wasn't allowed to drive it. It had to be towed. Her insurer, RACQ, took it to their recommended repairer, Gemini Repairs, for assessment.
One of the ladies assured me, she was like, don't worry, you're in trustworthy hands. I would trust them with my own car.
Netta then received a call from her assessor saying they wouldn't be replacing the car, but would fix it instead.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I did no way think that car was going to be okay to drive ever again.
Gemini had the car for 6 weeks before Netta finally got it back, but that's when her problems became a nightmare.
The secondary damage was almost worse than the acid that they initially poured all over my car.
Instead of replacing parts, they'd just fixed them, but the damage was still clear under the bonnet.
It smelt like mould because it had been wet, because the repairers had failed to actually seal the new windscreens at the front and back of my car. So it had been left out in the rain from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m.
The entire car was soaked with stains on the car seats. Gemini took the car back for another 7 weeks, but still the problems remain.
All leaked, damage, completely. You can see all the damage there.
They've now had the car cleaned 4 times.
How many times does this car have to be detail cleaned before it becomes obvious that the stain is not going away?
After the break, an industry expert on how car owners can protect themselves.
Welcome back. When our car gets repaired as part of an insurance claim, we assume the damage will be fixed. But insurance companies are being accused of using repairers who cut corners to save money and put your safety at risk.
They maximise their profit by repairing the car as cheaply as possible.
Graham Judge has been in the industry for 39 years. He's now an independent safety assessor. He says some customers have now lost the choice to choose their repairer unless they pay a higher premium.
People buy insurance on the belief that if they have a need, they will be protected.
He says the recommended repairers are fixing cars to a set price rather than what they actually cost to repair.
The repairers will blame the insurance companies because they don't pay enough money. Insurance companies say, well, we authorise repairs and the repairer accepted that amount, so he's obliged to repair the car properly. It's just a stalemate.
And it's the customers who are losing out.
They want to repair a panel, replace a panel, use second-hand parts, use new parts. The insurance company doesn't care.
Jan Tai had a minor front-end collision last year. Her insurer, Budget Direct, sent her car to their chosen repairer, Bears Auto Hospital. she got her car back after 5 weeks, but then her air conditioner played up, so she took it to her local Nissan dealer.
He said, well, here is a spec sheet and we're really concerned because there's some safety components, critical ones, missing from your vehicle.
So you were missing, the whole front safety barrier, weren't you?
Yes, the safety bar in the front.
When she contacted her insurer, they told her the car was no longer safe to drive and to get it towed immediately.
I was mortified. I have a very busy life, grandchildren, and have to be in 5 different places. And I've had the family in the car for approximately 6,000 kilometres. 3 months I drove this vehicle in an unsafe state.
How did your repairers miss that?
I don't know. They obviously don't care.
Consumer lawyer Duke Martisa says customers do have a right to take their car elsewhere if the insurers don't fix the bad repair work.
They still have their legal rights to repair the vehicle with their nominated repairer and then take legal action to recover the cost of those repairs.
For now, Netta is still fighting with her insurer.
If someone can actually stand there and tell me that this car is in the exact same condition that it was previously to all of this, I know that they would be lying.
And says it's a warning to everyone to read the fine print on their policies. If you want to check your own status, our expert advisors calling your insurer and asking if you have the right to choose your repairer. If not, ask if you can upgrade your policy to have the right to choose. And check if your policy mentions if second-hand parts may be used in repairs.
They're putting profit over safety, aren't they?
Definitely.
All the insurers mentioned in our story claim their repairers go through a rigorous selection process. Their full statements are on our website. Stay with us, we'll be back right after the break.